what I think is very important for the stone fruits, when we're talking about the training system, you should decide from the beginning what you want to do. This is the first thing. So is the spindle, is the some open ways, whatever. And after planting, when you start with the training, you should start from the first year. Not to wait like 2-3 years and then to decide, okay, now I should move to the spindle or whatever. What is the typically for the stone fruits is the creation of etage. So if you look at this tree, here there was the first etage, and then if we move to the younger tree, if you look here, you see there is the etage, and this is the some kind of pattern which is just the multiply how the tree is growing up. And usually when we are talking about spindle, we have the situation that one portion of the tree, in this case is like 40 centimeters, there is no laterals. And main idea or our experience in spindle, plum spindle, is it's more or less like with apple. Only the difference is that we are trying to keep a little bit stronger branches at the base, because we have the really present the apical dominance in the stone fruit. So all vegetation is very fast is growing up. So you need to take care about it and trying to have the, this maybe is too strong, but this one is okay to keep at the base. And if you have the 4 of them, this is the good. And generally with the spindle, the second rule, which is also applied in the apple, is that lateral branches should be like, somebody says like 50% thickness of the main trunk. Somebody says it's just 1/3. So this one is already almost same like this one. So what is create, this is a very strong competition. If you would like to have the spindle, you need to have just one leader from the beginning to the top. This is the very simple, and all laterals should have let's say some angle which is close to the 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Yeah. And what is also important, the angle at the base. So usually we are starting from this. This is the good level or height of the where the first branch occur. Even this you can keep just to balance. How you are going up, the angle should be more open. At the base, can be a little bit narrow angle, because narrow angle produce the stronger branches. More open angle, you have the weaker branches. So in upper part of the tree, you need some weaker branches comparing the lower part. And I discussed with the gentleman about the ratio between summer and winter pruning. In our cases, I'm just talking about my experience. We are trying to apply as much as we can the summer pruning. Because with the summer pruning you can control so many things, and you can somehow lead the formation of training system, and there is always options to do some treatments which can be done during the winter. So okay, we don't need to use the toothstick to make the open angle, but we can use some other treatments. We are usually using we call the twisting, this kind of treatment. So idea is to break the bark, so it takes the time to heal, and this time they stay in this position. When you're doing once, it will stay like this. And even if it's the damage, it will remain good, and it will create, because here you already have some fruiting buds. Next year, this situation should be replaced here.
This is especially for stone fruits.
Yeah, because it is more, how to say, more elastic. And what is also important, you should try, this is for 1 year old shoot. Okay. And the best period in when this area is changing color from green to red. Okay. So when you can do it even now, But
that time is when, sir? It would be like in after 2 months of
अक्टूबर में हो जाएगा.
नहीं, that is in June, July.
usually it's like mid of June. And what is else important to you cannot do it this at the same time for all laterals because they are not at the same stage. You are going just one day and say, okay, I can do this. And what is also important, if you have the stronger branches, then damage should be, let's say, higher. You're putting your hands like this and making the bark damage, and then you are sure that this will not. What is the worst thing with this treatment? That when it's done, the branches come back again immediately. That is not good. So when you finish the treatment, it should stay like this, and probably it will return a little bit in the good angle, and then you are sure that why this is important, because the job with these laterals is done for the next 2-3 years.
Can we do to this one? This way or this way?
This is the very questionable, because it's not possible now. I'm talking about spindle, and this is now you should see what are you going to do with this, Other thing which is really important for the spindle, what is the distance between two trees? So now when you have this lateral, job is done, and then if you want to open or to give the some, let's say, more open angle, you just cut like this and trying to make this, you like flush you this one, second, third one, go more open without any cut of without any type of the bending. Now, if we are talking about the spindle, this is already too strong, so it must be removed. And usually people are.
No, we've got a lopper. Where's the lopper?
Yeah, it's better. And usually our farmers in our country, they said, this year I will wait. There are some fruits, that for sure, and I will harvest, and then next year, but it's never happened. It became bigger, and they said, how I should cut now? It's it's almost 2 spindles. Let's keep. And this is so please from the beginning be really precautious and remove everything what can imbalance the training system. So in this case, we discuss with some colleagues about this dayback and stabbing. We are usually make some cuts. It's depending by variety, but like 5 to 10 centimeters, and we are going with the flat cut. I don't know is the right in your conditions.
1 minute, I have one question.
Okay.
For example, now I may feel that this cut is too harsh.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any other way that we can check the growth? Any. So, for example, in this case, if we remove this from here and this from here, and this is already bending to some extent.
Yeah.
And we don't tip, we just tip it over there. Would that check the growth?
No, yeah. So if I understand well, idea is to remove this.
Right.
Yeah.
Cut.
Remove this.
Remove this.
Yeah.
And not tip.
Yeah.
Okay. So your question is, in this case, is this branch will be, let's say, steady?
Yeah, but would it stop thickening then?
I have experience with the plum like from the 89. I'm against that European plum. It's never happened. It's never happened because this is the main trunk. This is the very close to the main trunk, and the ratio and the size of this is too big. And other things, you have some fruiting buds here, so usually we have the first flowers, and then we have the growth, and energy will be push to this direction because this is the normal tendency, and you will make the cut here, cut here. This is the sign for the tree. Okay, give me the new shoots here. So I'm not sure. And from this, I can imagine that it will not work.
Okay.
What you can think, but this is it's the worst thing in the fruit production in general. When we're talking about the pruning, even in our country, the people are making a philosophy about it. You know, okay, but this can be cut. It is. You know, we can cut on different ways, but there are some principles, and principles are unique. One central leader, laterals put in the angle which is more or less 90 degrees, allow to the central leader to create the height which you want. And now, if you want to keep at least for 1 year, in my opinion, I will remove all this vegetative and keep all this area because there are some fruits. With recommendation that next year I will come and cut.
okay.
But if I keep this year and I forget for the next year, then I'm in a problem. So just to avoid this problem, cut now. Okay, this is just my experience, my opinion. So I just start to talk about this type of the cut. We are preparing the flat cut. You should check and to see what is, because during our first day discussion was about the angle of cut, and some colleagues from the University of Horticulture and Forestry said, okay, in our condition, it can causing some problems, a disease issue, so they prefer this kind of cut.
Okay, ठीक है, right, okay.
But I will do this time flat, and you can.
See,
Yeah.
we'll see.
So,
हाँ, ठीक है.
okay.
Observation कर लेंगे. ठीक है.
And why this is just a second, just a second. You see, when we have this situation, okay, it's prevent all this area from the sunlight, and you cannot expect here to create. Now, when we remove, there is some space for the new light, and hopefully, it should create some. You see, this is the really small, not really. How to say, the well developed, so we hope that now with more light it will create let's say conditions to have at least, we need at least 1 or 2 laterals at this position. Okay, it should be kept. This is okay? Okay.
Just one question.
Okay.
Supposing you're talking about a tall spindle system.
Yeah.
If I talked about an open center for a minute, so if we had that, then if I had cut this, then wouldn't it go into an open center?
Yeah, of course. That is the option.
Because then I remove this.
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly. And then you are trying this
Yes.
and this, but you know, with with open vase, we prefer to have at least 3 or 4
Okay.
main. You know,
Okay.
in this situation,
Okay.
we have the 2 of
Oh,
them.
yes. Okay.
But
great.
also, what is the also Italian scientists and farmers are doing? They have the 2 type of the vase. One of them is so-called vaso ritardo, so slow down vase. What does it mean? They are keeping the main trunk for the while, like 2-3 years. Why? Because if you have the main leader, it makes suppress to these laterals, and they will be in the some angle which is more suitable for the vase. In case you are removing from the beginning, you will have the competition of those 2 to be the leader. That is the problem. So, what is the advantage of this vaso ritardo is you can have some fruits here, and you can cut, let's say, first year 1 part, and after the 4 years you have remove this central leader. The laterals already take some position which is more suitable for the open vase, and you have the less problem in the formation. Okay, you know, this is the very quality and very good quality of the lateral, and I will try to keep it. So it means, take care, just it means that you should take some rope or whatever and just the bend, and then may I have the small, and then you should remove this, let's say, forks, and to keep just one. I will keep this one because this is not problematic, you know, is weak. You can expect that there are already some fruits, it will fall down, and now it's really depend of the what is the distance. And what we saw that it's very good with the stone fruits. You see, I will turn to this, but just not forget this. You see, there was one lateral, and somebody, the gentleman who is owner, cut on the way that last bud was on upper position, not below, but upper position. And what is the reaction? Because it's the last one, because it's the upper position, the strength is the maximum, and it's push very strong growth. But At the same time, it's give us from the bud below the very nice angle, the lateral. So now, in the second step, I'm just come, and I also keeping the some buds here. I never doing this flat because you never know. And you see, without bending, you have the very nice lateral for the spindle. So this is the 2 steps cut. It's very nice. It's
And next year, what do I do? Just one question. Next year, I will might get some shoot here. What do
yeah, you will have some shoot, and you are looking for some short spools.
okay.
If you have the long, you just come and remove them.
In summer.
So this is the main branch, and you are keeping this. When this branch became old,
Then you
can
know.
I find some replacement at this position? For the spindle is the most important, because in this you will have the some fruits here. Next year you will have extension, and this situation will be removed here. So okay, after the 4 years, can I have replacement with some new? Because here you will have some fruits, but the quality of them will go down. So the best fruits, the best quality of fruits are usually on young shoots. 1, 2, 3 maximum. If it's 4 year, 5, you should remove it.
No. Now the only question is how outlet we start getting blind wood then.
Now we just didn't arrive to this section, so we need to come back to this one. So we need to bend this, and what is very nice in this case, you see this small branch is perfect for replacement, but it's very weak. I would like to be stronger, just to push, provocate, and after the few years I will just come back and cut. So if you find out that one branch will become strong very soon, then you can use the notching below. So okay, I'm cutting like this,
Okay, then I'll get the shoot.
and I hope that I will provocate something. Maybe nothing is happened. But okay, this doesn't matter. But in this case, just bend like this. Okay, what is the length? Maybe this one. It's okay. And use some rope, put, and this is its job is done. It should be done same with this.
One question.
Okay.
Now, when we make a cut over here, would it not induce some further growth?
Yeah.
We actually want to check the
yeah,
growth.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be more appropriate if we just left it and tied it down?
Yeah, but this is the matter. You know, where is the another tree? If it interfere the
Yeah.
production space of another tree,
Right.
then if it's not, if you don't cut, the growth will be less. If you cut, this is some kind of provocation. But please,
No, 1 minute. I'm sorry. to
Okay.
interrupt. What I would do, suppose I had a growth like this over here,
okay,
I would cut this stronger
Exactly.
one and leave this weaker
Exactly,
one,
exactly.
and the growth would be checked automatically, in my opinion.
exactly, yeah. So like this,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. But I'm talking now about the distance. If it's this problematic because of distance,
The next tree
then
there.
you cut.
No, but the next year again you're going to be cutting it.
But whenever you are cut during the winter, please just come during the summer and check what are the results. If you have here some kind of bush, just make another cut, remove the bush. Then you will provocate the growth.
Okay, then
Yeah.
they'll be.
So, but if you cut now and come next year at the same time,
Then yeah.
there is the whole vegetation and so many things are happening and you don't have the...
How hard working you are.
That is the problem, So please come few times take your scissors, come check, oh, this is, you see, I don't need this, I will remove, okay, maybe I would like to make some
Yeah.
notching here just to provocate. So if this is bent, so this can stay, This is not so strong. And now we have this area where we would like to have some branches. So usually you just take the notching or scoring, but when it's 2 years old or 3 years old, it's better to take the saw and just the few of them. Maybe you don't have nothing as a result, but worth to try. If you make the
We can twist this one, I think so, no?
we can. It's not okay. Take it. And if you don't have the result from the first time, you know how the song is going. Twist again, just repeat. Okay, you see. Okay. So it's done. And you should score or not, you know, if you make the 10 cuts and you have the 3 branches, it's perfect. Now we are going up. So this is the main leader, should stay. This is, you should try to bend if it's possible. But let's try, if it not bend, I'm looking for the upright buds. And upright, yeah, here, you can see. And I'm looking for the new, another, using the same pattern. And now we have the main leader. So it depends how big you want your tree to be. If it's the growth, 1 year growth is too strong, then you should cut less. If it's the smaller, you should cut more. But I believe with this kind of fruit species, you will have this 1 year shift very strong. And then maybe if it's the total length of the tree, you even don't cut nothing. Because it will slow down. If you cut, this is the signal for the plant, okay, I would like the new growth. And now, what is the problem? This area should be notched, because now we have 1 year old shoot, and it will work perfectly. And usually, you see, this area is not problematic, but this, which is just above the previous etage, at least 5 or 6 buds should be notched. And also do it in this area. And
just one thing, supposing if we want to have another tire out here, because you said one way is method of notching.
Yeah.
Secondly, that if we cut it somewhere here, then we'll get some tires.
So if we cut here,
right.
then we will have one sprout which will be like 3 meters.
But we might get some tires. We will not. Get
I'm not
tires.
sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because usually we have maybe 1 or 2 very strong, and it will stay steady.
Okay.
So without, and now if you have, I don't have experience with this.
I have a question, sir.
Okay.
So if you want a tire here and we have leaves here, if we just rip off the leaves, will the tire come out automatically?
Yeah, this we can discuss with the switchery, because usually if you have 1 year old, I will cut this, but you cut like this. When we're talking about formation.
Okay.
And then you are keeping like 2 of them. Because if something is happening, you need to have at least 1 more. And then you are removing like 5, 6 of which are below, because they are strongest. And this part is okay. You can expect that it will create. Just need to score this area, like 2 or 3 of them.
Okay.
In this case, with this treatment, you remove competition of the buds which are in upper part, and you just delete. If you have the good situation and you have reaction and 2 of them are starting, you just choose 1 which is better. I'm usually using the below one, so-called the PA leader or false leader. And then I have just 1. Here I don't have nothing, because I remove, it's like maybe 15 centimeters and then because this area have the nice developed buds, they will create laterals. You just need to take care about this area. And what is also important with for the spindle, it is always good to have as much as possible laterals, because they are created, they are alive. If you decide it's too much, okay, this is too much, upright, okay. But I still have the some buds, and this area is alive. So, you can, the new laterals can easily arise when this area is young. When it became older is the questionable, but you must try. And with this, I think it should complete the pruning.